Annabelle.
Hello,
Come in.
I hope I haven't called at an inconvenient time.
No, I'm waiting for somebody to come and fix the telephone. Do you fancy a coffee?
Well, actually, I can't stop long. I want to be back before Paul gets home.
Kettle's boiled.
Oh, well, in that case.
I've just moved that picture from over there. What do you think I should put in its place?
Oh, I don't know. A Bruegel would be nice.
A Hugel?
You know those snow scenes? They're on Christmas cards.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Actually, I only called over about tonight's meeting.
Meeting?
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten. Didn't you get my notice?
Did you manage to see anybody else?
I saw the Community Ratepayers Association this afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, they were very helpful. They've told me how our rates are assessed. Even Paul's been quite useful, writing to the council about rebates.
Are we entitled to a rebate, then?
Well, I don't know about your family, but I'm awfully sorry. Didn't mean it to sound like that. The thing is, I've been so busy trying to find out how our money is spent. And talking to the council is like talking to a brick wall.
Did you have any luck, then?
A little.
And so do you think we're going to be entitled to a rebate, then?
Yes, I do. Actually, I want to bring it up at tonight's meeting. That is, if I ever get there.
What do you mean?
Well, Paul and I have had another disagreement about the car.
Why? What's the problem?
Well, it's an unnecessary luxury. We want to get a smaller one.
And what does your fella think?
He sees it as a decline in standards. And as we've outnumbered him, he thinks that we're...
Ganging up on him. Isn't Petra Taylor selling her car?
Is she?
Well, according to our Barry, she's getting rid of all her husband's old stuff.
Somehow I don't fancy stepping into a dead man's car, though.
Isn't that your Paul now?
Oh, yes, it is. Right, I'll see you at the meeting tonight, then.
Oh, listen,
All
Annabelle.
right, I'll see myself out. Thanks very much for
About the meeting,
and the
Annabelle.
chat. Lovely. Bye.
Annabelle.
Fantastic news.
Well, now, don't go building up your hopes, Anna. It's only a recall, not an actual job.
Universal Fuels Research must be quite a large company. Well, they're always advertising for jobs. And the fact that you've been called back, well, that's something in itself, surely.
Well, I'm not going to get myself worked up until I've received a letter asking me to start work.
Paul, about what happened earlier.
Oh, that?
Just wanted to say I was sorry for the way I spoke to you this morning.
Oh, not to worry. No harm done.
Well, that's not the point. The thing is, after you left, I sat down and I thought. And it occurred to me that I had been thinking that I'm right and you're...
Wrong.
Well, no, not exactly. Different. I also thought that I'd been indulging myself in a mountain of self-righteousness.
It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Been reading Guardian Women again, have you?
We can't help blaming you.
It wasn't my fault I lost my job. Old age just isn't fashionable.
Influx of youth, ready, willing and able to take over the jobs at half the price. We'll be all right there, won't we?
Of course we will.
Dinner won't be long.
I'll tell you something else. If I do get this job, there are going to be a lot of changes around here. Starting with you.
Oh, so you don't like me the way I am?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, for a start, you can get yourself some new clothes.
We can't afford them.
There you go again. Harping on about what we can and can't afford.
Hello. Damon, don't throw your coat down there, love. I've just cleaned up in here. Hang it up. Where have you been till now?
Duxies, why?
No reason, I just wondered. Wonder what I should put up there. Perhaps I could move the other one across. What did you do at school today?
What?
I mean, what did you get up to in school?
Oh, the usual. Double French, maths and RE. Oh, yeah. Here's my school report. Do you know, I ate that father quite.
What?
Because he's always gone on about the love of God and how we should understand each other and use compassion in that.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. But he's the first to send you out for the strap if he catches you talking. And where's the understanding and compassion in that? And anyway, he drinks.
How do you know?
Oh, you can tell by the way he rambles on and his eyes go all screwed up and he slurs his words. Besides that, you can smell it on his breath.
Oh, all right. That's enough of that, thank you very much. I wish they'd take you off these daily reports, Damon. Makes me feel they don't trust me enough to send you.
Hey, Mum.
What?
How come people even bother going to school?
How do you mean?
Well, there's thousands of kids leaving school every year, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, most of them go straight from school onto the dole, don't they?
Well, not all of them.
And the ones that work hard, get up early and go to school and never have a day off and do all their exams and everything, well, even they can't get jobs. So what chance is there for us?
Like who, for instance?
Well, like the Collinses.
You've used up most of the weekly budget buying the turf. Of course, if you could sell the car, but I know how you feel about that.
Oh, do you?
I do. And I do understand. But you know, we could manage with a much smaller car. But we only use it to take Lucy and Gordon to the school.
I've already made up my mind about the car.
I know you have.
And I've come to the conclusion that you could be right.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
Because quite simply, I didn't want to be bullied into it.
You stubborn thing.
I'm not stubborn. It's my decision. I'm the boss of this household.
Leadership from the top, eh?
Hasn't been much of that lately, though, has there? Not with Lucy and Gordon sneaking out all hours of the night, God knows where. And all three of you demanding that I sell the car. I do have some sense of what's right and what's wrong for this family, you know. I just don't want to jump into something and live to regret it later on. I haven't decided to sell without giving it some thought, you know. So, as I said before, no harm done. And I do want to see you being treated properly and not neglecting yourself.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, when was the last time you bought yourself a new dress?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Precisely. And since it's your birthday tomorrow, I think we should go into town and treat you to a new wardrobe.
Have you been drinking?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I see.
And that's got nothing to do with it. We haven't let ourselves go for a long time, so come on. Make a few wishes.
Why?
Because I intend to grant them.
Oh.
And I don't know anyone round here that's got a job for ages. And it's not going to get any better.
Well, it might pick up now.
Oh, it might for Gordon Collins.
Listen, Damon. I had a similar conversation with my mother when I was a kid. And I'm going to tell you what she told me. And I've never had better advice. There's nobody out there better than you. Nobody. So if you want something, just go out and get it. And don't go worrying about the Gordon Collinses of this world. Just put yourself first.
Oh, I'm not jealous of him or anything. I wouldn't swap places with him if you paid me.
Go on. Make your mother a cup of tea.
Hello, stranger.
Yes, please.
12, please.
What is Yen?
Don't know, Jonah. Our bloody phone's still out of order.
Man, you see you when I get back there.
No, that's what I'm ringing about. I've got a meeting in half an hour, haven't I, at the local branch office. Gotta figure all about it, you know.
Oh, what's that about?
It's just an ordinary branch meeting, lad, but it's important.
Listen, how'd you go on with the union now you've been made a foreman?
No problem. Just transfer to the staff section.
Will you still be active, like?
Don't know. Have to see what they're like, won't I? Try and get my feet under the table first.
Did you cross a picket line?
How do you mean?
When we were on strike last year, the staff carried on working.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's a problem that we've never got to face again, eh?
Do you fancy another one?
No, thanks. I'll have to get going. You can do me a favour though, Joan, if you will. Call in and see Sheila on your way home. Tell her I'm going to be a bit late.
Sound, yeah?
Sure you don't mind, lad?
Mind? Alone with the lovely Sheila.
Hey, listen. Okay.
All right.
I'll have to get going. Just tell her I'll see you later though.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, Joan.
See you, Bob.
Ta-ra.
Hello, Mrs. Grant. Is Damon home?
Come in, love. Do you mind coming through? I've left some fat on.
Oh, thanks. No, not at all.
Our Damon isn't in, as a matter of fact. He's just nipped to the shop. What was it, love?
Oh, nothing really. It's just that he said he'd give me a hand washing, Alan spoke, but if he's not at home...
Well, it won't be long. Why don't you sit down and wait for him?
Oh, thanks.
You don't mind if I carry on with these, though, do you?
No.
I've got to get these chips on for the kids' tea. Bobby and I are going out tonight.
Is there anything I can do?
No, you're all right. So are you settling in?
Fine, though I don't actually live here permanently. It's Alan's house.
Oh, so you're not married?
No, I've got too much to think about before I start getting married. Though Alan would like us to.
You're not fussed?
Well, I am, but it's not at the moment. See, the job I'm in is really expanding. I'd be stupid to give it all up for marriage. Does that sound a bit selfish?
No. No, love. I mean, industry isn't exactly expanding at the moment. You may as well take whatever chances you can get.
Yes.
What line are you in, then?
Computers.
Computer programming?
No, I demonstrate new computer systems, and it's doing really well despite the recession.
Well, I'm not surprised, love, when it's taking other people's jobs.
Not really. It doesn't actually replace people. Just organises systems and streamlines production a bit more, that's all.
And by streamlining production, do you mean getting rid of waste?
Oh, I suppose you could say that.
Like people?
Yes, but it does create jobs as well. Look at me, for instance. I'm actually demonstrating them, not to mention the people who assemble them. They're not monsters, you know. For instance, I've been demonstrating them today at Fairbanks Assembly Plant. Do you know it?
Fairbanks?
Mm.
I do, as a matter of fact. I know a few people who work there. What do you think of it?
Well, I don't think installing computers is going to help that place at all.
Why, what do you mean?
It's just not viable. They can't compete anymore.
How do you mean?
Well, their equipment's too old. They just can't produce at the same rate as their competitors.
Don't you think computers will help them?
No, they'd be better putting their money into re-equipping the factory than computers. People always think that computers can do everything for them, but they can't. They're only a tool, like a giant calculator, really. But basic efficiency's got to be there first. And in that place, it doesn't even exist as far as I can see. They'll be closed in about a year.
My husband works at Fairbanks. He's just been made a foreman. That's why we're going out tonight. We thought we had something to celebrate.
Imagine, if all goes well, this time next year we could be back in the Wirral.
You really miss it over there, don't you?
Well, don't you?
I don't know. Used to. I think I've come to terms with living over here. In fact, I rather like it. Anyway, I think I was getting a bit fed up with my old life. All those weekly meetings and social gatherings. Do you remember Sue Marshall's dreadful dinner parties?
Oh, they were awful, weren't they? Supposed to be our friends, but where are they now? How many of them have come over here to see us?
And how many times have we been over there to see them? But I know what you mean. They don't like failures. We don't belong there anymore. And who's to say? Perhaps leaving the Wirral was the best thing that ever happened to us.
My idea, remember?
I know. If you get this job, things are going to be so much easier for us.
I hope so, Anna. I hope so.
Not that many options open to people, is there?
Yeah, but you must want to do something.
I haven't really given it much thought. Suppose it's a waste of time, really.
You shouldn't say that. Here, have a biscuit.
But it is a waste of time.
No, it's not. Look,
There are opportunities out there for young people. Not a lot, I admit, but there are some.
My mum said that to me today.
And she's right. So don't sit back thinking, oh, there's no hope, because there is.
Ah, but people with jobs always tell you that. I mean, it's all right for you to say, isn't it? But what would you do if you got the sack?
In the highly unlikely event of that ever happening, I'd go and find another job.
But what if you couldn't?
That wouldn't happen.
No, but what if you did and you just couldn't get another job?
I'd just keep looking until I could find one.
So you sound like Norman Tebbit.
But he's not as pretty as me, is he? Well, is he?
No.
Norman Tebbit.
All right, Ben, what's this? Sunny Riverside Cruises?
This is a private voyage and we've got quite enough ballast.
It's a place for a little one day, if you ask me. Go ahead, Damon. Up it. No, go ahead, then. What you need is a real sailor.
I think you've been watching too many Errol Flynn movies. This is only a dinghy.
And just imagine it. Me and you on a moonlit lagoon. Then suddenly the tide turns and a storm brews up. And suddenly the boat starts rocking to and fro.
Do you mind?
Sorry, Alan. I was just showing Stan some of the finer points of sailing. Yeah, anyway, I'd better get off. Anytime I want to help with your boat, you know, just give me a shout. I'm a crusty sailor, you know.
It's okay, love. Just a bit of a pain.
Yeah, he's one of my dad's mates.
Well, I'll tell you what, Damon. Mate or no mate, I'll give him something to think about if he gives me any trouble.
It's all right, love. He was only larking around.
Was he?
Yes.
That man, I'll swing for him, I will, honest. Time to go to the pub with you. Didn't have time to come and tell me what was happening. Well, that's it then. That puts the top hat on my night out.
I think it was important, though, Sheila.
I'm not saying it wasn't, Jonah, but there are ways and ways of doing things.
He did say he wouldn't be too long.
Those meetings go on all night. I'll be very surprised if I see him in this house before 10 o'clock tonight. I'm sorry, love. I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just that I've had a terrible day and I was really looking forward to getting out of this house for a few hours.
Do you fancy coming out with me? I'll show you a good time, girl.
You? You've got to be joking, haven't you?
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Anyway, I thought Lucy Collins was a bit more your style.
No offence, she is, but there's nothing down for me there.
Well, she is only a bit of a kid.
I know.
Jonah! Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to be going over there tonight. Ratepayers meeting. I don't fancy that at all.
Well, then just don't go.
I can't do that. I promised her I would.
Oh, I'll go for you.
No, you're all right. I'll pop over later.
No, it's all right, Sheila. Honest, I'll go for you.
Why? What's in it for you? Oh, or is that a silly question?
What's in it for me? A glimpse of the wonderful Lucy.
You don't give up, do you?
No. Listen, I got off, Sheila, straight after being over there. All right.
Okay.
See ya.
See you again.
Yes?
Sheila, sorry, Mrs. Grant, she sent me over to tell your missus that she can't go to the meeting tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I haven't told you why yet.
Oh, well, don't you think you better had?
I will if you give me a chance. She's got a headache.
Oh, how sad. Now, if you don't mind...
Oh, well, thanks very much for your time. Dead neighbourly, like.
Good evening.
Which one was it?
March the 29th. Wasn't that Sheila Grant at all?
No, she's not coming. Headache or something.
Well, never mind. Roger and I can carry on with the meeting.
Well, actually, Annabelle, I really can't see any point in having a meeting at all, especially if there's only going to be two of us here.
Don't see why not.
And besides which, I've had a rather tiring journey back from Birmingham, so if it's just going to be us at your meeting, I may as well go home.
My meeting? I thought it was for all of us. I thought we were all concerned about the rates.
Well, I am concerned about it, but there's very little two of us can do, or even talk about for that matter.
I happen to disagree. I think there's a lot we can do. If we want value for money, we've got to stick together and fight for it.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, Annabelle, but I'm very tired and I really haven't got a fight in me.
Well, I have. And you're quite right, Roger. If everyone's weak and apathetic, there isn't any point in bothering. But I intend to go on. But not here in the close. I'm going to join the Community Ratepayers Association.
Oh, well, good luck to you.
I don't need luck. Just determination. And another thing. Don't come running to me when you get a massive rates bill. Because I, like Sheila Grant, won't be available.
I'm sorry, Paul, but you can see my point of view.
Yeah, of course I can, old man. Come on, I'll see you out.
Come on.
Never mind, Anna. It's not the end of the world.
Look at all that effort. Just wasted. You go to all that trouble and nobody even bothers. I was looking forward to that meeting. It wasn't just about the rates. I was looking forward to having a chat. Like Sheila and I did this afternoon. We really talked. Now look at it.
Never mind. It's your birthday tomorrow.
Another millstone round my neck. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just not in the mood for anything.
Except for looking to the future, perhaps? And selling the car?
Well, that would cheer me up a bit.
Come on. We're making a very special day for a very special person.